Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Well, welcome back. Sun almost on setting now for us in downtown Macon. Not going to be as cold as last night, at least not initially. By the time the morning comes, it'll actually be colder than last night. But as for the evening hours, we're going to keep those pretty mild. A lot of upper 40s and lower 50s. With a couple of showers starting to try to creep towards our northwestern counties right now. Very, very limited in that rain. But we do zoom out and see that there is a little bit more. It is not guaranteed that we're all going to see rain. It does appear that this is dissipating some as this moves into Georgia. This back line right here signifying where the actual front is. So kind of up near Huntsville and Tupelo in Mississippi. Here's rain from this morning. That first wave looks like a couple of numbers have started to drop since earlier. This did come through pretty early, but the wet spots were Butler, Roberta, and Forsyth all at a little more than a quarter of an inch. Gray and Abbeville at about a fifth of an inch, and then a handful of spots, tenth of an inch, and trace amounts for everywhere else. This did not help with drought conditions. It's just hard to get heavy rain when it's cold outside like this, but we will continue to see some mild conditions until that front arrives. So that's while we have the possibility for those showers. Once the front comes through and the shower possibility does cut off, then we start to see clouds break up and temperatures nosediving down into the upper 20s for most of the region. You shouldn't need to drip your faucets tonight, but any outdoor pets you've got or small plants, I would suggest bringing those in. Wind's going to be also pretty strong. We're going to still see gusts over 20 miles per hour, meaning wind chills at the door in the morning will probably be in the mid-20s. So make sure you got that winter coat ready. You will need it throughout the day as well, because we're going to be seeing a lot of wind on the backside of this front out of the northwest. All right, I'm thinking sustained speeds will be anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, and the gusts are largely going to be in the 25 to 30 mile per hour range, but we are going to have occasional gusts that get stronger, somewhere in that 30 to 40 mile per hour range, which means that chills in the afternoon are likely stay below 40 degrees, although actual temperatures will be in the low 40s. Friday, on the other hand, the wind returns to the southwest, so we should get back to the low 50s for the highs. I'm thinking upper 50s, maybe a couple low 60s on Saturday afternoon as we have another cold front head our way heading into Saturday night, and we'll worry about what's behind it as we go through the rest of the week. There is way too many variables at play right now and not a whole lot of agreement with these models. I need to see some sort of semblance of agreement before I start to buy into any sort of winter weather chance for this weekend. So let's go ahead and focus on tonight with these showers. Again, we're already seeing evidence that these are dissipating on their way in, so we're definitely not all going to get that rain. It will be a cold start to tomorrow, so make sure you got that jacket ready. And as mentioned, actual temperatures should get into the low 40s, but I do think that with a lot of wind chills, we may not get to 40 degrees just because of how strong that wind is out of the northwest. But at least during the day, you'll have the sun to kind of help with that a little bit. During the evening, not so much. And you see how these gusts really do get strong heading into the night. These temperatures also getting pretty cold. We're already below freezing ahead of midnight, and we're going to be seeing temperatures down to around 20 degrees out the door on Friday. So you will need to drip your faucet tomorrow night. We'll check the rest out coming up in 10 seconds.
Every new Volume Chevrolet comes with our exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and oil changes for life. Volume Chevrolet.
Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. So again, pretty good amount of wind the next several days, and that does include Sunday, right? We're on the backside of another front on Sunday, so there should be a lot of wind to go with that as well. That's again going to drive temperatures down towards that 20-degree mark heading into Monday morning. So tomorrow night and Sunday night looking like must drip faucet type nights, but staying well below the average with the exception of Saturday afternoon every single day this week.